Welcome to ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series Midwest Regional Final presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. It's been a great summer for these teams, hoping to pay it off with a trip to Williamsport and the Little League World Series next week. Today, Webb City, Missouri takes on Sioux Falls, South Dakota in the Midwest Championship. Here's the division at a glance. Kids ranging from 10 to 13 years old. They're mostly 12 years old. It's a 6-inning game. The diamond is a third smaller than a regulation diamond, and there is mandatory play, so everyone is going to get in the game. The road to Williamsport presented by Subway. South Dakota hasn't played since Wednesday when it beat Missouri. Meanwhile, the Webb City kids had to come back through the losers bracket to get into the title game. Should be a great rematch. Hi again, everybody. I'm Clay Matvick. Welcome to suburban Indianapolis. It's been a great week. Webb City, Missouri went to the Little League World Series just 2 years ago. They know what it's like to be there. Meanwhile, Sioux Falls, they've never been there. In fact, last year, they didn't even have a league. Let's go across the field to my partner, Chris Burke.
Thanks, Clay. I got a couple of the young studs from the game today. I got Kyler Perry from the Missouri squad, and I got Marcus Phillips from the South Dakota team. Now, a year ago, Sioux Falls, South Dakota didn't even have a Little League team. Now here you are, one game away from the Little League World Series. Could you have pictured this a year ago?
Not really. I mean, it's kind of amazing to think that in 1 year we could make it this far. So.
Well, good luck today. Big game today. Hope you play your best. Now, Kyler, you guys also one win away from making it to Williamsport. What would this win mean to you and your teammates?
It means something very big because the kid in 2015 went, and we'd like to avenge them and try to go all the way this time.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, it's Championship Saturday. We got to get the energy up. I'm going to join in the party. You guys ready to do this? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah! Clay, we're ready. Let's play ball.
Yeah, let's crown a champion. Webb City, Missouri, Sioux Falls, South Dakota for the right to go to Williamsport. The game starts next, and we'll meet Missouri when we come back. The winner goes on to the Little League World Series next week in Williamsport. The loser goes home and has to get ready to start school. So there is a ton on the line today in Westfield, Indiana. Missouri and South Dakota. Webb City is located 553 miles from where we are here in the northern suburbs of Indianapolis. We are 2-1 this week. Let's meet the state champs from Missouri.
Hello, I'm Tad Johnson, manager of Missouri. I get the privilege of coaching these kids. Here are my assistant coaches.
Hi, I'm Mike Miller, first base coach for Missouri, and I love this game. Woo!
My name's Bryce Darnell, assistant baseball coach, and I throw a mean round of BP.
Hello, my name's Kyler Perry, and one cool thing about me is when I make macaroni, I don't have to look at the directions because I memorized them.
Hi, my name is Kinley Hood, and one of the coolest things about me when I'm not playing baseball is I play wiffle ball in the dark.
Hi, my name is Trey Oates. Besides baseball, we play basketball.
Hi, my name is Tyler Murbit, and I like to do home run derbies.
Hi, my name's Eli Miller, and I'm the king of superstition. Play ball!
Hello, my name is Landon Johnson, and I love fishing for my food.
Hi, my name is William Hayes. In Webb City Junior High, here I come.
Hi, my name is Cy Darnell, and I really miss my sister Darcy and my dog Quincy.
Hi, my name is Max Stover, and I love the St. Louis Cardinals.
Hi, my name is Locker Sweet, and I like getting into trouble. Yeah!
Hi, my name is Dupree Jackson, and I don't want to get a weapons charge for these guns.
Hi, my name is Evan Freeman. Before every game, I like to watch YouTube.
Hi, my name is Liam Taylor, and I love to play video games.
Great kids from Webb City. We've gotten to know them and the coaches this week pretty well. They're going to have a tough task, though, facing this young man, Marcus Phillips, who pitched a complete game against Minnesota on Monday. He used his pitch limit very economically. 71 pitches needed, only 14 out of the strike zone, Chris.
Yeah, this is what you call a real dude, Clay. This is a real guy on the mound. We could see the fastball into the 75, 76 mile an hour range. Missouri Webb City's got their hands full today, folks.
Cy Darnell is the first man up there for Webb City. He takes a strike on the inside corner. This is Bryce's son, one of the assistant coaches. He's 3 for 12 in the regional. Ball and a strike.
So the first pitch of the game, 72 miles an hour, equivalent to a major league fastball of 94.
Yikes. Ground ball. Nice play by Bruns at third. Comes up. Got him. Hans Bruns with a diving stop to keep that one from getting through the hole. One down.
How about this play right here? To his left, playing in, looking for the bunt, and gets to his feet, and a strong enough throw to finish the play. What an effort to get the game started from South Dakota.
And now here's Dupree Jackson. Dupree Jackson hitting 600 this week, 6 for 10. He has 3 driven in. He went 3 for 4 yesterday against Nebraska with a run batted in. Missouri knocked out 11 hits in that victory. Swing and a miss there to him. They had that big 8-run fourth against Kearney. That one's pulled foul. Again, you get the feeling hits might be at a premium for both teams today.
Yeah, and you know, as good as Marcus Phillips is, we've seen Missouri now get the barrel out 2 times in a row. That one foul, but got to be a little disheartening the fact that Bruns was able to take a hit away from him.
Ground ball. This is a little bit of a slow roller. The shortstop with a wide throw. Riddell missed his target, knocked DeBourne. And Dupree Jackson is on. They're going to give Jackson an infield hit. You were talking about the equivalence of a 72, 73 mile an hour fastball at this level. Well, there you go. Those are the numbers.
And you're going to see, so far he's topped out at 74, so you're going to see some 75s today. And no, don't kid yourself, the Missouri club's got Evan Freeman, who's going to run it up into the low 70s as well, as that one hits 75 right there.
Max Stover, a big swing and a miss.
Marcus Phillips starting to get loose, and that one above the hitting zone is going to be nearly impossible to hit at that velocity.
1-1 misses inside. Max Stover at the plate for Webb City, 1 for 5 in the regional, was great on the mound yesterday. Struck out 9 in 4 2/3 against Nebraska. He's a big reason why Webb City is still alive. Catches the outside corner to even up the count at 2.
And Stovern doesn't look real interested in swinging the bat right now. He's kind of fading to the left with each delivery, and 2 strikes. You're going to have to dig in and compete right here.
Full count.
And you'll see this from a lot of youngsters. When you get a big, hard-throwing right-hander on the mound, the stride will start to go left.
Swung on and missed, gets away from the catcher, but first base is occupied, so Stovern is retired for out number 2. First strikeout for Marcus Phillips, the first of what might be quite a few.
Yes, and matter of fact, I give Missouri credit the fact they didn't punch out within the first 2 hitters, because this is a young man that's got the kind of stuff where he could reel off 5, 6, 7 in a row.
This is Marcus Phillips' counterpart today, Evan Freeman. He's on the mound for Webb City today. At the plate, been good, 4 for 9. It's outside. Freeman has a hit in every game for Webb City. In fact, they built a 5-0 lead against South Dakota the first time they met. One and 2 to Freeman. Webb City Little League went to the Little League World Series a couple years ago. Trying to get back there with this group. 1-2 chopped. Phillips is going to have to hurry. Comes down with it. Pretty play. So Jackson gets aboard with an infield single for Webb City, but they come up empty. South Dakota coming to the plate next. Missouri, nothing across in the top of the first, so now we're going to see South Dakota for the first time. They are 3-0 in this tournament with back-to-back walk-off wins against Minnesota and Missouri. So now the kids from Sioux Falls ready to go here. Let's meet the state champs from South Dakota.
Hi, Jeff Riley, manager of the South Dakota team. I got 14 athletes who are going to keep fighting. Here's my coaches.
Hi, Coach Travis Eastman of the South Dakota team, and I like to treat this team like my National Guard military unit. Leadership, discipline, and execution.
I'm Coach BJ Boom. I like to keep the mood light for the kids.
Hi, my name is Ethan Bruns, and I like math because I'm good at it.
Hi, I'm Bo Giblin, and I really like waffles. My name's Cohen Henry, and I like to hit dingers.
Hi, I'm Marcus Phillips, and I like basketball because I get buckets.
Hi, I'm Jack Riddell, and I'm a better singer than the Beebs.
Hi, my name's Sullivan Schlimgen, and I like hunting and fishing.
Hi, I'm Leo Huners, and I have nothing to say.
Hi, I'm Trace Eastman, and I like riding hoverboards even when I'm off balanced.
Hi, I'm Bennett Dannenbrink, and whenever I go up to bat, I gotta fix my hair.
Hi, my name is Griffin Wilde, and Usain Bolt ain't got nothing on me.
Hi, my name's Mason Riley, and I love me some pepperoni pizza.
My name's Jackson Gamergood, and I like skirting and golf carts. Skirt!
Hi, my name's Ty Naka. One of my favorite college football team is the Iowa Hawkeyes. Go Hawks.
My name is Logan Boom. I'm 110 pounds, and I like to plow people in football.
Sioux Falls, a great story. Their first year with a Little League in that city, and here they are. They're going to face Evan Freeman today, the starter for Missouri.
And we got another talented one. 70s, 72 with the miles per hour on the fastball, 4 2/3 and 10 punch-outs in his only outing in this regional. So a couple of really talented kids for each team on the mound.
And he beat Nebraska on Monday. Cohen Henry stands in there from the left-hand side for Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Cohen is 2 for 7, has a couple of runs batted in this week. Both RBIs coming in the first meeting against Missouri, hoping to keep swinging it well against Webb City. Just a beautiful day here in Westfield, Indiana. There's very little humidity. The wind has died down too. It was blowing pretty hard a little bit ago. Ball and 2 strikes. The winner advances to the Little League World Series. Struck him out. Good start for Evan Freeman.
Looks pretty comfortable out there. A very, very good start. Fastball away. Henry didn't pull the trigger, and I think we're going to have a pitcher's duel on our hands, Clay.
A lot of people have been predicting that if these two teams saw each other again with the pitchers that were expected to take them out. Phillips was good in the top of the first. Now Freeman so far so good. There's his first strike to Wilde. Griffin Wilde up there. Only started playing baseball a few years ago. He's a basketball player by nature, he'll tell you. But he has adapted well to this game, a starter in center field for Sioux Falls. The 1-2. Struck him out. Back-to-back Ks for Evan Freeman.
Sticking with that heater on the outside part of the plate. Looks very composed. Just pumping the zone full of strikes. A beautiful four-seamer right on the outside edge. A fast start for Evan Freeman to this ball game. Careful here.
And now here's Phillips. Big cut at the first pitch. Nice job by Freeman off the mound. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Evan and Webb City as they get off the field. We played one, no score. going to be fun. Tickets punched so far to Williamsport. Congratulations to Greenville, North Carolina, Lufkin, Texas, and the winner of this one will be the third team from the United States. And will have a ticket in hand for Williamsport. Kyler Perry leading it off here for Webb City, Missouri in the top of the second. Kyler Perry 4 for 11 this week with a couple of runs batted in. That one skips to home plate. Marcus Phillips, you know, we talked, Chris, that he throws really hard, maybe overthrowing a little bit here.
Well, last outing only threw 14 balls. He's already thrown 9 in this ball game. So certainly not as sharp as he was his first time out in this tournament.
That one rides in, so it's 3 balls and no strikes to the leadoff man, Perry.
They told us that they like him better at 71 to 73 than they do at 74 to 76. They just feel like he has better command.
He takes a little off.
And my guess is pretty amped up. These South Dakota boys been sitting around for a couple days itching to play, and so he's just looking to kind of find his rhythm in this ball game.
Walked him. Kyler Perry. Ward here to start the second, and Liam Taylor will come up for Webb City. There you see Marcus Phillips so far, about half and half. He's 23 pitches, 11 outside of the strike zone. Liam Taylor getting the start at third base for Webb City. He's behind 1 strike. Marcus Phillips. His dad, Steve, a former AAA hitting coach for the Marlins, so he's been around the game a long time. Popped up behind first. The second baseman, Giblin, is going to make that play for out number 1.
Nice job right there. You like to see that pop-up communication. First baseman was in front of the bag, and he's kind of drifting and backpedaling. Second baseman has a better angle. Nice job by Giblin there to take over and make that play. Like to see the youngsters executing pop-up communication. That is a team fundamental that many coaches spend a lot of time trying to perfect.
Here's Walker Sweet for Webb City, who played a great game yesterday. He was 2 for 3 with a triple and a couple of runs batted in. Plus, he closed out the game with an inning and a third of really good relief. And he's funny to boot. Likes to get in trouble, not afraid to say so. The 1-1. Is at 71 miles per hour now. 1-2 to Walker Sweet. Kyler Perry at first base. In on the hands, and he fists it foul.
That couldn't have felt very good. Doesn't look like he's got some tape on his wrist. I don't know if that's for a scab or if he had jammed it up, but he's not showing any signs of it there. And you would think that one would have stung a little bit if he was nursing a jammed wrist.
Strike 3 call. Second strikeout for Phillips. Second out of the inning.
You got a couple kids right now just dominating with the heater. We haven't seen a breaking ball yet. A couple kids just rearing back and throwing hard balls. Awfully fun to watch.
So Phillips now at 30 pitches. The limit is 85. First pitch here to Kenley Hood rides in. Kenley Hood, the starter at first base. He's 1 for 6 in the tournament with a couple of runs batted in. Fouls that one off. Boy, Kenley Hood yesterday made a terrific defensive play, Chris, at first base. That big first baseman's mitt that he wears.
A very tough pick.
Came in handy.
And he's got a long frame that allows him to get out there, which is very important at this level. So many plays at first base are bang, bang. You get a guy with some reach and then also the ability to dig it out of the dirt. He can be as valuable as any member of your defense.
2-1 to Hood. Now 2-2. Hood is tall anyway. fact that he wears his stirrups, that it makes him look even taller. Ground ball to the second baseman. Giblin plays it nicely on a hop. And throws out Kenley Hood to end the inning. Missouri strands one. An inning and a half, no score. Winner moves on to the Little League World Series. We're at Grand Park. Great name for this park because it is grand. Here in Westfield, Indiana, there are 26 diamonds in this sports complex. Westfield, a beautiful town, and they've done a great job hosting this event as South Dakota hits here in the second inning. 26 diamonds in it. Some weekends they're all busy. It's just an amazing facility.
Yeah, a couple tournaments going on around us here this afternoon.
Ethan Bruns leading it off for South Dakota. Evan Freeman is able to get Sioux Falls 1-2-3 in the first with a couple of strikeouts.
First couple breaking balls of the ball game, showing Ethan Burns some respect.
One and two to count. And on the hands, and he's able to fight it back. Bruns 2 for 9 this week. He was the starting pitcher on Wednesday against Missouri. Pitched 4 innings. Didn't get the decision. As Freeman steps off the rubber. Off-speed pitch again. That sails high, 2-2. South Dakota has 14 on its roster, Chris. That means 5 substitutes today, so it's a little more challenging for the coaching staff. That one sprayed foul.
It's a deep club. They got a lot of kids they trust that can come in off the bench as we get a look at the mandatory play rules. When you have 13 or 14 players, everybody has to hit at least once. If you have less than 13, then everybody has to hit once and play 6 consecutive outs in the field.
2-2 to Bruns. Freeman spun that pitch again and got away from home plate. So now a full count.
I think he just got on the outside of a heater right there, kind of threw a cut fastball. South Dakota looking to get their first base runner of the day.
And they will. Bruns with a patient at bat. Very good at bat. And he's aboard with a walk to lead off the second.
South Dakota left fielder, 22, Mason Riley.
And now here's Mason Riley, the manager's son. Jeff Riley in charge of the club this year. Mason at 3 for 9 during the regional with a run batted in. He is pretty much the team's top hitter. We've certainly seen that this week. Check this swing. He did go. Strike 2. There's Dad. Just missed off the plate. 1 and 2.
Hands ready. Get that foot down. Hands ready. Let's go. Come on, drive it.
Let's up it in. Jeff, 40 years old. He's a employee at a credit card company when he's not coaching Little League. Called strike 3. That is the third strikeout for Freeman.
Got to protect. Here we go. Come on, Jack. Come on, Jack.
Another good fastball here by Freeman. Kind of painted on the down and outside part of the strike zone. And you heard Coach Jeff Riley imploring with his son to protect in that 2-strike situation. Really never got a swing off in that AB.
Now the Sioux Falls shortstop Jack Riddell at the plate as Walker Sweet has to chase.
Missed opportunity to advance right there by Ethan Bruns. That's a freebie at this level. Just didn't identify where the baseball was.
The 1-0. want to appeal to the first base umpire, and that's Prince Lowe working the bag at first. He says no, he didn't go. So it's 2-0 to Jack Riddell, who was the winning pitcher against Kansas earlier this week. 2-1.
Freeman kind of bagged the breaking ball, threw a couple to start this inning. We haven't seen it since. Just sticking primarily with the heater right here.
Another fastball.
South Dakota just doesn't look real comfortable. We haven't seen an aggressive swing yet on a team that's a strong physical group.
Freeman stays away. Riddell doesn't chase. Full count. Put in play. Could be two. Darnell to second for one. They will not make the turn in time. Good job by Darnell to field it. Perry made the turn. 2 down.
Yeah, and this is where not taking the extra base hurts them right here. So instead of going from second to third, they're able to cut the lead runner down at second base on a nice play right there by Darnell. Gave Perry a chance to turn that one, but unfortunately, Riddell just too fast. But instead of a runner at third and 2 outs for South Dakota, it's a runner in first with 2 outs.
And we talked about it at the top of the show. You know, runs may be at a premium in this ball game, so missed opportunities like that could come back to haunt a team.
Absolutely.
This is Bo Giblin now.
And we know how many things can happen when you're at third base, right?
Yeah.
With the ball getting past the catcher and the ability to score from just 60 feet away.
Another ground ball. Liam Taylor fields it cleanly. And South Dakota strands a runner. We've played 2, still scoreless here in Westfield.
It makes it more fun. You get to interact with your friends more, and it's not as intense as some of these other sports. The biggest thing for me is just don't force it on the kids. Let it come to them, and that's how I got into it. I've loved it ever since, and I'm living the absolute best life I could ever think of, and baseball's the only reason why I am.
Chris Bryant, a big leaguer now, but got his start in Little League just like my partner Chris Burke.
Hey now.
Back in his Little League days in Louisville. Nice shot of you, and of course went on to a 6-year Major League career.
How about that stud right
How
there?
about that? Oh yeah, that's right.
Young Cal Ripken. Happy birthday, pal. Look at you. 29.
Yeah.
Never forget you're 29.
Here's William Hayes to lead it off for Webb City, Missouri in this championship game in the Midwest. Winner goes on to the Little League World Series, which starts next Thursday, the 17th of August.
We snuck that in on you right there. You see how we did that?
I saw that.
You thought we forgot, didn't you?
No, I forgot this morning, to be honest with you.
Just a reminder, it's
Had
your
to have
birthday.
that first cup of coffee to remember anything.
Well, happy birthday, pal.
Thank you. Marcus Phillips on the mound for Sioux Falls. He's ahead in the count, 2 strikes to Hayes, the number 9 man in the order. Got it. 3rd strikeout for Phillips. Catch all the excitement of the Little League World Series, including scores, stats, highlights, and more. Visit LLBWS.org or follow along on social media with hashtag LLWS. 1 down, back to the top of the order, and Cy Darnell.
Such a difficult battle when you're facing somebody with elite velocity. You want to be aggressive. You want to try to get the barrel out, yet you don't want to chase out of the zone, especially that one up around the letters or the shoulders. And what you see there is you chase one out of the zone, then you try to tell yourself don't chase out of the zone. Then you take one that actually is in the zone, and it's a mental battle facing somebody with this kind of stuff.
Whoa, look out. Cy Darnell has to bail out of the way of that fastball from Phillips, which got away from him.
Now we're at the psychological battle of facing somebody this talented. Darnell's reaction, he pretty shook up right there by getting out of the way of that one.
You can tell by Phillips's reaction, he didn't mean to do it. That got away from him again.
This will test your toughness right here, folks. I don't think baseball gets enough credit for how physically, mentally tough you have to be for a kid like Cy Darnell to stand in there after a couple high ones right at his dome.
And another pitch that comes in. Darnell has to back out of the box. It's a full count, but this has been a difficult at bat for Cy Darnell, and it's been tough for Marcus Phillips too.
Yeah, he's searching to make an adjustment right here.
In the dirt, Darnell with a well-earned walk. With one out here in the third for Missouri.
He'll remember that bat for a while. That was every bit as much of a physical battle as it was a mental one. To hang in there after a couple hard ones almost caught him. You can tell he's still trying to deal with it all. That's a big, deep breath after an AB like that.
Who was that guy for you? Now, Phillips didn't get away with one that time as he hits Jackson. 2 on, 1 out.
How about Dupree Jackson right there? Talk about earning some dude points. He just took 72 off the elbow and didn't even blink on his way to first base. No elbow guard, no pad, turns into it, tosses his bat like it's nothing. You know that one hurt.
That's Jeff Riley, the manager for Sioux Falls.
All right, let's pound the zone. Let's get ahead. We might start mixing in some stuff other than fastball. Here we go. Knock everything down, guys. Make a play for me.
Yeah, and you can hear Coach Riley talking about maybe spin a breaking ball just to get a little different feel. He's obviously kind of lost the feel of the fastball as Marcus Phillips taking a deep breath, just trying to compose himself. Things have gone sideways for him here to start the third.
Now Max Stovern at the plate.
Yeah, so back to your question of who gave me the jitters like that. You remember Matt Anderson out of Rice? We actually went to the same high school.
Yes.
And Matt, at one point in time, had the hardest pitch ever recorded. He threw 103, 102, 103 miles an hour. And every time I ever faced him, he almost hit me. And we were homies. We were hometown boys. But, yeah, I wasn't real comfortable standing in against Matt Anderson. And sure enough, he hit me in the forearm.
I was going to ask you that. Did you wear one
He
once?
did. When he was with the Rockies trying to make a comeback, he got me with 96 right on the forearm.
The 1-1 put in play. Ground ball to the second baseman. Nice flip from Giblin. The throw gets away. And stopping at third base is Darnell. So Sioux Falls gets 1. 2 away here in the third.
Well, Stovern puts it in play, and credit Giblin here with a beautiful backhand flip to try to give Riddell a chance there to turn it. And unfortunately for Missouri, they were unable to take advantage of a wild throw, and this game stays scoreless. And Evan Freeman, the opposing pitcher, has a chance to put his club on top right here.
Each team has made now what you would probably call a base running mistake, or not taking advantage of an opportunity.
You would think you would try right there. I don't know how many opportunities you're going to get to score a run, but you'd think the first baseman in an awkward position chasing after that ball, you'd think Darnell would have maybe taken a chance.
Swung on and missed by Evan Freeman, cut off by Phillips. And Darnell doesn't take a chance that time either.
Phillips looks like he's settled back in. That last one was 74 miles an hour.
Gets to the backstop. They nearly had Darnell hung up. No throw from Cohen Henry.
I think they had him. I think they had him, and Henry just didn't want to pull the trigger.
A manager doesn't need to give signs. He just says, go steal.
What's the mystery?
That's Tad Johnson. And Phillips gets a strikeout to get Sioux Falls off the field. We played 2.5. No score.
It wasn't real clean for most of this inning, but Marcus Phillips continues to dominate with gas to get him off the field.
Night baseball presented by Taco Bell comes to you live from Yankee Stadium as the Bronx Bombers wrap up that important 3-game series against the AL East leading Red Sox. Coverage begins here on ESPN at 7 Eastern with baseball tonight. Sunday night countdown presented by Chevrolet, and the game will follow. Red Sox leading the Yankees by 3.5 coming into the day.
It's going to be a fun one.
Oh, yeah. Ty DeBorn leading it off here for Sioux Falls, South Dakota. The first baseman behind in the count, 2 strikes quickly to Evan Freeman, the starter for Webb City, Missouri.
And he is just dialed in, and South Dakota does not look comfortable whatsoever. There's a little bit of cut on that fastball. Every once in a while we've seen him get around it and almost throw one that looks like a cutter, but South Dakota does not look comfortable as Freeman just continues to pour heaters in there.
Ground ball. Knocked down by the first baseman, but they don't have a play. Kenley Hood nearly made another beautiful play at first base. He got leather on it, but it's going to be an infield hit for DeBorn, and South Dakota's in business here in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, they're just looking for something, some sort of spark to get them going, and the leadoff base runner is always nice. Little backside ground ball right there that scoots through.
Here's Jackson Grevengo, the right fielder. 2 for 8, has a run batted in this week in the regional. The coaches told us this week, Chris, that he's not the number 9 man in the order. He's really a second leadoff guy.
Yeah, very talented hitter. They're really high on this young man's ability. They like him. He's dangerous down there in that 9-hole.
Backs away, 2-1. And he had the number 3 play on SportsCenter the other day with a diving catch against Minnesota. What a thrill for him, huh? The 2-1. 3-1. And the top of the order. And Cohen Henry scheduled to hit next. We don't know if Sioux Falls will start using pinch hitters this early, but perhaps. Again, they've got to get 5 subs in. Look out. Did that hit the bat or the helmet?
It hit the bat. And that is about as frustrating as it gets for a hitter. Not only could it have been a hit by pitch, but it was ball 4, and this one hits him square in the, I guess, kind of towards down the label of the bat, but definitely hit the bat.
Is there a tip that you can give a hitter in that situation?
You can try to drop your bat. I've done that and hit it in play before.
3-2, whacked up in the air and out of play.
I had that happen to me in consecutive at-bats before. One went right back to the pitcher and the other one fouled off. My dad was screaming at me from the stands, drop your bat. Like that's something you're supposed to just instinctively do.
3-2 again. Strike 3 call. Freeman buries a strike to get out number 1.
What a change of events. Well, that would have been 1st and 2nd, nobody out with the top of the order. Instead, that ball clips the bat, and Freeman's able to come back and record a strikeout. 1 out and runner on first. Big change in scenery there.
And now here's Cohen Henry again, the leadoff man. He struck out looking against Freeman back in the 1st. Great story, this Sioux Falls Little League team. Did not have a Little League just last year. Got it started, and here they are. 1 win away from Williamsport. Travis Eastman, there he is, assistant coach and league president. Former president at Canyon Lake Little League. If that sounds familiar, it should. Canyon Lake Little League went to Williamsport in 2014. And now a timeout called here, and a trip to the mound by Bryce Darnell, the assistant coach for Webb City. And he is the head coach at Missouri Southern in Joplin, former minor league catcher. He knows what he's talking about, and the guys listen.
See, he is making sure he gets eye contact with Evan Freeman. Just wants to kind of get a feel for how the young man's feeling and give him a breather as the wheels have started to wobble a little bit.
43 pitches so far for Evan Freeman. Just one hit so far for South Dakota. Travis Eastman had a job change that took him across the state from Rapid City to Sioux Falls. Said, you know what? I'm going to start a Little League here. We don't have one.
Playing Little League. A lot of baseball, just no Little League.
Was able to get the charter and great success in year one.
Somebody told him the first person you need to call after you get that charter is Jeff Riley. And the two of them hit it off, and here they are.
3 balls and no strikes to Henry. Walked him. 2 on, 1 out for South Dakota.
Boy, just when you felt like Evan Freeman was settled in for a sure long effort in this ball game, things have changed quickly here. He's really trying to compose himself and try to find the release point that he had so consistently in the first couple innings.
Here comes the Boom. Logan Boom up there now. First pinch hitter for Sioux Falls. Strike in the outside corner. Logan Boom 1 for 4 here in the regional. He is the coach's son too. Assistant coach BJ in the first base coach's box. That one is lashed foul. 2 strikes. There's BJ. In the dirt.
Nice play right there by Walker Sweet, saving his club a base. Backhand pick on the ball that kind of crossed him up right there from Freeman. That's a big play.
Sweet calls time. Wants to chat quickly with Freeman.
I like it. I like it. Walker Sweet, known for being a troublemaker, but sure is a calming influence behind the plate, doing a heck of a job keeping the ball in front of him and trying to calm his pitcher down.
They're the base runners. The 2-2 to Logan Boom. And he works the count full after falling behind 2 strikes.
You see Freeman just really scuffling. Body language isn't great, just really frustrated that he's not able to command the strike zone like he was earlier in the ball game. It's a big pitch right here.
Pitch number 51 for Freeman. Got it! Now he digs down, comes back with his 5th strikeout.
Determined look on his face after making a pitch. When they had to have one, he makes a pitch, a fastball right down Broadway. Boom unable to make contact with it, and now Missouri just 1 out away from getting out of this.
They've got a deal to Marcus Phillips. Not easy. This guy can hit it 350 feet. Phillips just turned 13 a couple of weeks ago. Hit well into right base hit. Not DeBourne coming around. The throw cut off. 1-0 South Dakota.
Right man, right spot. You're going to win a game like this, your stars have to show up and show up big. Marcus Phillips gets a fastball up and out over the plate and rifles it into right field. Love that move he makes to get ready to hit. On time with that fastball, and the first big blow of the game comes from South Dakota.
Marcus Phillips with his 6th run batted in of the tournament. 1-0 Sioux Falls as Ethan Bruns is at the plate for the 2nd time. He walked his first time around. That's one of the best opposite field hits we have seen this week. And that was really stroked.
Yeah, you can tell that that young man's been coached. Obviously, his father was a professional coach for a very long time and player. And He represents a lot of the correct moves to get ready to hit, and a nice path through the zone as well.
(3-1). Now it's a full count. That was the 28th pitch this inning for Evan Freeman. It's kind of gone the wrong direction for me. Had a real quick first with 9 pitches, 21 in the second. Had a few here. This one down the line, just foul. Maybe a 1.5 foot foul.
The whole crowd was holding their breath on this one, and you could hear the folks from South Dakota groan as that ball just misses the chalk. That could have blown this game wide open.
Walked him, bases loaded. Second walk for Bruns. And the bases are full, and South Dakota will use a pinch hitter. Bennett Danningbrink. A guy they call Bread Boy is coming up.
Pinch hitting for South Dakota, number 12, Bennett Danningbrink.
Danningbrink 0 for 2 in the regional. Hoping to come up with a big blow here.
Right here, you got to think about putting a take sign on if you're Jeff Riley. You got a pinch hitter just getting into the ball game. You got a pitcher on the mound really struggling to find the strike zone.
There's a strike.
Maybe that calms him down. A fortunate call on a pitch off the outside corner goes his way.
Line drive, base hit. Henry scores. Marcus Phillips coming home. He'll score as the throw goes high. A 2-run pinch hit single for Bennett Danningbrink. And it's 3-0 South Dakota.
He don't need no stinking take sign, Clay. He's ready to swing the bat. How about that, coming in off the bench and hitting another backside bullet, a fastball up. And he tomahawks it into right field, kind of a high to low bat path, but he runs right into the back of that baseball. And Marcus Phillips flying around the base pass. South Dakota jumps out to a 3-run lead.
You're my best competitor, and you've given up, right? Have you given up? Look at me. Don't give up. You're the most competitive kid out here, all right? You get up there and freaking compete your tail off right now. Go out of the stretch. The stretch is working, all right? Get up there, compete, and get us in the dugout. We get to hit two. We get to hit two. Let's go.
I like it. I like it.
You see the pitches by inning. It kind of coasted through the first inning. It's been more challenging since that first.
Yeah, and he just doesn't like his pitcher's body language, challenging him to compete. Feels like he's giving in right now to the moment. And he knows this young man very well. It feels like he's not competing up to the level that he's accustomed to seeing him operate under, and challenging him to go out there and make sure he leaves it all on the field.
8th man to hit, Riddell. Ball and a strike to Jack. His brother Gus is one of the top senior pitchers in high school in the upper Midwest. That's Riddell. You're going to hear about him. Line drive, another base hit. Coming around, this is Bruns. He will score. 4-0 South Dakota.
Well, he struggled to find the strike zone, but when he has, South Dakota has made him pay. As uncomfortable as they looked the first time through the order, they have looked awfully good this second time through. Seem to have timed up the fastball by Freeman. They've been using the backside of the field almost exclusively, but doing a very nice job of barreling up the baseball as they stretch this lead now to 4.
Another pinch hitter for Sioux Falls. Here's Leo Huners. getting his first at bat. He is the 9th man to come to the plate for South Dakota this inning. Striking this check swing. Leo Huner's a very versatile player. They've used him in the infield. They've used him on the mound. Trying to keep this inning going for South Dakota. It's been a good one. They have scored 4 times. And pitch number 71 for Freeman is well out of the zone. He has lost it here in the 3rd inning after a terrific start. You really feel for the young man. Tad Johnson has already been out there once.
Yeah, you couldn't see it coming. I mean, there were no signs that he was starting to lose the feel for it.
Walked him. And the bases are loaded again.
And I go back to the bat against Grevengood the first time where he could have walked him on the ball that hit the bat behind his back.
Hitting for South Dakota, number 7, Sully Schlimgen.
Sully Schlimgen will also pinch hit this inning for Sioux Falls. Schlimgen used as a catcher most of this All-Star season. He's 11 years old, just turned 11. The young ones in this regional. There's a chance to do more damage here for South Dakota in what has been a big 3rd inning. Two and 1. Now that pitch count for Freeman, it's 10 shy of the max.
Yeah, in just the 3rd inning, the pitch count is ballooned to 75. Big pitch in the ball game. Trying to keep it at 4 runs. Get your club back in the dugout.
Another full count. That's the 5th full count for Freeman in this ball game. See the bases loaded for South Dakota. They've already scored 4 here. The 3-2. Back to Freeman off his glove. Can he recover? The throw in time. So Freeman able to hold South Dakota to 4, but a big inning for the kids from the Sioux Empire. We have played 3. 4-0 here in Westfield. Team from New York won it all. Greenville, North Carolina, Lufkin, Texas have already punched tickets to Williamsport. This will be the 3rd ticket punched. South Dakota with a big 3rd inning as they score 4 runs to take the lead on Webb City, Missouri. Some great games coming up later today here on ESPN. So now this is a big inning, Chris, for Marcus Phillips, the kid on the mound for Sioux Falls. After his team gave him a nice lead, wants to keep Missouri down.
Yeah, as sideways as it got for Freeman right there. Phillips was off the tracks a little bit in the top of the 3rd. He was, fortunately for South Dakota, able to recover and get him off the field, but he's looking to have a shutdown inning right here and just really grab hold of the momentum of this ball game.
Kyler Perry with a comebacker. Phillips snares him. 1 out.
You throw a 3-up, 3-down at him right here, and you got to feel pretty good if you're a South Dakota fan, especially as Missouri needs to get to their bench here as well.
Missouri has 13 players on its roster. 1 less than Sioux Falls, but still only has to send everybody to the plate once. And we're going to get a pinch hitter here for Missouri. And Tyler Marbut will hit for the first time. Tyler Marbut 0 for 3 in the regional. We have seen him on the mound too this week for Webb City. He's done a nice job.
And Tyler is not exactly challenging home plate with his stance right now. He's seen Marcus be a little wild, and he is way off the dish.
But he puts it in play. Slow roller. Bruns charging. The throw got it. We have seen some pretty nifty infield play, really on both sides today.
We really have. I've been extremely impressed with the defense all week. And Bruns has been outstanding at third base in this ball game.
Alongside former Houston Astro, Chris Burke and Clay Matvick. Chris, of course, started his career in the Little League as well. Might be getting another pinch hitter here. Yes, for Webb City. Eli Miller now. This is the assistant coach's son. Comes over and gets some advice from Tad Johnson, the manager.
Pinch hitting for Missouri, number 7.
You know, you've done a lot of coaching since your career ended, including coaching your son in various sports. What's it like to coach your son?
It's as tough as people told me it was going to be. But fun and rewarding and a thrill, absolutely. People used to tell me all the time that wait till you have one. Yeah. And I'm learning a lot of those lessons right now.
It's humbling at times.
It definitely is. It's an exercise in patience and humility.
There's Mike. Eli takes outside to get that first ball, 1-2. Eli is the youngest of 3 boys. He's also a football player, wide receiver and tight end on the football field. Webb City is a big football town.
Yeah, known for their football. Coach Mike Miller made it very clear. I don't think Coach Bryce Darnell was all that happy about that statement. But
football first. Chased it up. Big strikeout for Phillips. That was a big inning for him. As Missouri goes down 1-2-3. Quite a few fans from Sioux Falls, South Dakota made the trip here to Westfield, Indiana, located about a half an hour north of Indianapolis. They like what they see so far as they watch their team get ready to hit here in the 4th inning, leading 4-0. And the Sioux Falls kids have had a great first appearance in this regional. They visited the Indy Motor Speedway this week. They went to a minor league baseball game, the Indianapolis Indians. They visited the Colts facilities here on top of winning 3 games. So they've had a great run.
Yeah, they are loving Indy, and there's a lot to love. This is one of the great cities in this country. Indianapolis is a beautiful place to visit. Of course, from a professional sports standpoint, they offer so much.
Brevenko to fly ball to right. The wind might play tricks with it now as it has started to gust again, but nice job by Williams Hayes, number 12, out there in center to get the first out of the Sioux Falls 4th.
That wind is whipping straight in. You get one out of here right now, you have earned it.
For South Dakota, the catcher, number 4, Cohen Henry.
Back to the top of the order in Cohen Henry. He's struck out and walked. Also scored a run in that 4-run 3rd inning. Let's pitch 81 now for Freeman, so keep in mind 85 is the max he can go today. We have talked about this over the years. We really like the pitch limits that Little League keeps on these kids to protect their arms.
And I think that's accurate. I mean, if a kid is efficient throughout the game, he can get through the game on 85 pitches, but you know, they want to make sure kids are getting proper rest in between outings.
He went 1-2. It's a possibility this is the last hitter Freeman sees.
This will be it for Evan Freeman, who started this game red hot and really struggled in the 3rd, but trying to get 2/3 of the way here through the 4th as Missouri trying to keep this thing within striking distance.
The 2-2. Called strike 3, and that's the last hitter for Evan Freeman. 6 strikeouts in his day, but a pitching change will need to be made now for Webb City.
Hey, come here. You gotta come out. You gotta come out. You gotta go hurt. Let's go. Warm up. Come here. Come here. Go back to your position. Go back to your position. Hey, listen to me. Go back to your positions, please. Listen. This game is far from over. You understand? And you can change this game with one swing of the bat or one great play over here, okay? You just gave us a chance to win. We're down by 4 runs. That ain't no big deal. We scored 8, 9, 10 runs in 1 inning, right? So I need you to come over here and play a position, all right? Keep your head up. Listen, this game is far from over, and you're the one kid on this field that can make a difference in a hurry, okay? Let's go.
This game is far from over. 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th, 4-0 South Dakota. There's Evan Freeman, the starter for Webb City. I'm sure he's a little disappointed right now as the coaching staff is trying to get across to him. There's a lot of game left. They've turned the ball over to Tyler Marbit now.
Marbit is tasked with keeping this thing right there. Certainly doesn't have the velocity of an Evan Freeman, but sometimes that can be a good little changeup after a hard-throwing righty to a guy who relies more on finesse and command.
This is Trace Eastman at the plate, T-Train for Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Trace is the son of Travis Eastman, the late president. And when his dad got the new job, meaning the family was going to have to move from Rapid City to Sioux Falls, he was a little disappointed at first, but once Dad got the Little League started in Sioux Falls, he couldn't be happier with the way it's worked out, and he's mixed in well with the new game.
Basically, Marcus Phillips and the rest of the gang need to thank Tracy because they're here because of him. Because I think he looked at the old man and said, "What do you mean we're moving? I thought we were going to get to go to Williamsport."
Eastman fouls it back.
Dad figures out a way to start a new little league as they move to Sioux Falls, and the rest is history. Here they are, just 6 outs away from a chance to go to Williamsport.
Yeah, be one of the 16 teams there. The 3-2. Popped up. There's a chance for the catcher to make the play, and it's a good one by Walker Sweet to end the inning. Ends up being a 1-2-3 inning, but Freeman knocked out of the game. Missouri will try and come back. Back here in Westfield, Indiana, alongside former big leaguer Chris Burke on play. Matt Vick, 4-0. South Dakota leading Missouri as we move to the 5th, and this is our Honda game summary. That 4-hit 3rd inning for Sioux Falls is the difference in this one, Chris.
Yeah, Evan Freeman was really sharp early, struggled in the 3rd. South Dakota took advantage of it with some walks and some base hits, and now Marcus Phillips is staked a 4-run lead, and he is going to be awfully tough to beat. Webb City, Missouri. Awfully tall task here to come back and score 4 to tie this game up against Marcus Phillips.
And you get the feeling the only thing working against Phillips at this point is maybe that pitch count. It's at 66. He's got quite a bit to work through. But, you know, we saw what happened to Freeman quickly, too.
Yeah, this is a really big inning. If he wants to finish this ball game, he needs to be efficient right here. And if you're Missouri, I would try your best to be patient here.
This is Trey Rhodes, a pinch hitter for Webb City. He's behind in the count quickly, 0-2. Wow. Well, forget what I said. Phillips makes quick work of Rhodes on 3 pitches. Little League University provides free educational information online for coaches, humps, league volunteers, and parents too. Watch videos, get practice plans. There's some great ideas even just for playing catch in the backyard. LittleLeagueUniversity.org. Landon Johnson bats now for Webb City.
And now Webb City has used all their pinch hitters, so they've gotten through that part of the process. Now it's just a matter of can they get Marcus Phillips out of this ball game
coach's son fouls it back.
And you can just see it in his body language. He has found a rhythm. The pause in between the stretch is very short. You can see it is all systems go right now for Marcus Phillips as he's starting to see the finish line.
2-2. You don't want to count Webb City out, though. We have seen how talented this team is throughout the week. Webb City won the 9, 10, 11, and 12-year-old state titles this year. Just great program in that city. Another one fouled off.
Nice job right there by Landon Johnson. A fastball, 71 miles an hour, comes off the bench and fights it off. And this is the kind of at bat Missouri needed, where he's really diving into that pitch count.
Pitch number 76 coming. And he catches the outside corner for his third straight strikeout. 2 down.
And that's just nasty right there. Johnson had done a nice job of laying off the pitches out of the zone, fighting off a couple heaters, and a painted fastball in the outside corner to put him away. But a 7-pitch at bat. Now Phillips at 76.
Darnell swings at the first pitch and lofts it foul.
Please return that foul ball to the first base dugout. Thank you.
Darnell 0 for 1 with a walk. Something in. Darnell got to third base in the third inning with that walk. Webb City has yet to play to run. They've just had a hard time getting anything going against this young man, Marcus Phillips. Outside, 2-2.
The first breaking ball of the game, 80 pitches in. Interesting. First breaking ball of the game for Marcus Phillips.
He hasn't needed it.
No, he has not.
Trying to get out of this inning with some pitches left. Line drive towards center. Wilde plays it. And Phillips indeed has a few pitches left. 4.5, 4-0 South Dakota. A lot of fun to watch this championship game in the Midwest. A lot of emotion because there's a lot riding on it. Trip to Williamsport. Well, this Sunday, E60 features Cam Chancellor, who persevered through a difficult upbringing to become the enforcer behind the Seahawks Legion of Boom defense. Start your Sunday with a story at 9 a.m. Eastern on ESPN. Clay Matvick, Chris Burke back here in suburban Indianapolis to decide who represents the Midwest region in the Little League World Series next week. Here's Marcus Phillips, the number 3 hitter in the Sioux Falls, South Dakota lineup, who has been terrific on the mound.
Yeah, about the only thing left for him to do is the launch one here in this ball game. He's shown us pretty much everything else. He's hit a bullet to start the scoring for South Dakota. He's pitched marvelous and shown us some good defense on the mound as well.
2-1. How about the job his catcher has done today?
Unbelievable. You know, you think about, he gets a lot of the praise, but to sit there and catch the equivalent of 95 miles an hour all game long and do a very good job. I mean, he's done a nice job of sticking it, and he's cheesing for the camera right now. Got some big league hair. He's going to dance a little bit. Got the swag with the arm sleeve on.
That's Cohen Henry.
And you deserve a little airtime, Cohen.
Walked him. Marcus Phillips is aboard. I'm sure South Dakota would feel a little more comfortable if they had a 5-run lead or more.
Why not? Marcus Phillips is probably not going to be able to finish it as we get a look at his folks.
And Tad Johnson comes out. Marbut is going to be gone here. Another pitching change for Webb City as they try to keep South Dakota at 4. Back in a moment. Webb City brings in a reliever, Kyler Perry. We've seen him catch. We've seen him play pretty good shortstop. Now he's on the mound for Webb City. As Sioux Falls, South Dakota has a 4-0 lead in this title game in the bottom of the 5th. Man at first and nobody out. Ethan Bruns is at the plate. Something tells me now that Sioux Falls has established its Little League program and has had this kind of success already, regardless if they win this game or not. That league has a great future, I should say. As Ethan Bruns draws a walk, 2 on now and nobody out.
I think the Canyon Lake Little League is going to have some year in, year out competition with Sioux Falls moving forward.
For South Dakota, the left fielder, 22, Mason Riley.
And here is Mason Riley, Jeff's son. Nothing at 2.
Got a chance to hang out with Kyler Perry before the game. What a neat kid. Full of personality. He said, "Is it okay if I smile?"
He gets the comebacker, looks to second. They'll get 1 there. A little slow on the turn. Phillips will hold at third base. Runners at the corners and 1 out. Is it okay if I smile?
Yeah, he said, "It's okay if I smile." I kind of tend to do that all the time. I said, "Buddy, smile as big as you want."
South Dakota shortstop,
The right light right there.
Riddell.
He gives 110, no doubt about it. Now Jack Riddell to hit here for South Dakota. Again, these are mostly 12-year-old kids, some 13-year-old kids out there, a couple 11-year-olds. It's up and in. Runner from first goes, and Riley will be safe with no throw. Second and third. But we should mention Little League's going to get younger next year. Ground ball, the right side, off the glove of Darnell. He'll come home. The throw is not in time. And coming home too is Riley. He is safe. 2-run score on the play for South Dakota. It's 6-0.
South Dakota stretches it to 6. Missouri was playing the infield in, but it looked like Walker Sweet got caught off guard by the throw coming home. Watch Walker Sweet stay behind home plate here. You got Marcus Phillips coming in there. You got to get out in front of home plate. He's behind home plate. Can't make the catch as Phillips crosses home plate. Another run scores. The hitter gets to second base, and South Dakota is pulling away.
And now Trace Eastman will come in to pinch run, a special pinch runner for Riddell. And he's going to get third base. Giblin at the plate for Sioux Falls, leading 6-0 now with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Big insurance runs for Sioux Falls. Now, Little League next year, the cutoff date moves to August 31st, so we're going to see a lot more 12-year-olds in this league next year.
Oh, yeah, you just won't see any 13-year-olds. They will be essentially unable to participate. Right now, you can turn 13, you can still be in this tournament, but starting next year, that won't be the case. As Giblin walks and never stops, goes straight to second base. And South Dakota is looking to get to the 10-run rule here, it looks like.
South Dakota batter is the first baseman, 29.
Kind of got that feeling after Freeman was out of pitches and he was off the mound that Webb City lost something, lost its heart maybe.
Well, I think the fact that they just let Giblin run right on him right there without anybody noticing or getting to the bag to try to cover, that could have been a free out right there. Giblin aggressively runs straight to second base.
And we talked about this yesterday, Chris, and you're a coach. I mean, it's hard to handle disappointment at any level, but especially at this age. And that's one of the things they are learning as far as being an athlete, being in sports, how to handle disappointment.
And I think these coaches do an outstanding job of coaching the emotions of the sport. As Bryce Darnell is going to come out here and talk to Kyler Perry and the rest of his squad about what just went on. And I like this, take an opportunity to teach. A huge part of playing any sport at a high level is learning how to deal with the disappointments, but certainly the game of baseball can be humbling at times.
Ty Noctiborn at the plate for Sioux Falls with that infield drawn in. Trying to hold South Dakota to 6. Let's keep in mind now, Chris, Missouri had a 5-run 6th inning. Earlier in this tournament, they've had some comeback plays. The flip to home on the tag got him. And Eastman is out for out number 2.
Nice job right there by Kyler Perry, who started this game at shortstop. You can tell he's very comfortable. He had a comebacker where he turned and threw a strike to second base right there. He fields a slow roller and flips a strike to Walker Sweet as they keep it at 6 runs.
And this will bring up Grevengo. Actually, it was an 8-run 4th inning I'm thinking of for Webb City yesterday against Nebraska. Webb City has big innings in them. We've seen that this week, so you can't count them out. That's fouled off. Ball and a strike to Grevengo. Grevengo had a walk-off single against Minnesota earlier in this tournament. There have been so many different heroes for the Sioux Falls team throughout this week.
It's a deep, talented club. They got a lot of really good young players on this team. Of course, Marcus Phillips being their go-to guy, and he has certainly performed like in this ball game, but it's more than just a one-man band.
2-1 pitch. This is inside, 3-1. And Perry trying to get his team off the field. Down 6. Full count. Ground ball chopper to Liam Taylor to first. Missouri down to its last 3 outs. 6-0 South Dakota. Brick, thanks. 6-0 South Dakota. And look at this guy, Marcus Phillips, having a great day. 1 hit allowed.
That 1 hit was an infield hit to shortstop by this man right here, Dupree Jackson. Kind of a dribbler to short that he was able to beat out. And other than that, we have not seen Missouri reach via base hit. There's been a few walks. But it's been an awfully solid performance from Marcus Phillips as he's reaching the end of his day.
Just 2 pitches left before the limit. Strike to Dupree Jackson. That 1 hit for Missouri came from Jackson back in the 1st inning a long time ago. So this is going to be the last hitter that Phillips will face. And how about that ending? Gets Jackson to fan his 8th strikeout, and he's going to leave with a 1-hitter through 5 1/3.
It's 2 things you can control, son.
What's that?
Your attitude and your effort, and it was all there today. Nice job, young man. All right, Jack, sunglasses. All right, first base. You'll go out to left. Okay. Okay. Go get him. We're up 6. Just go get him. All right, in and out.
What a performance. Absolutely outstanding. We talk about it all the time as he's a well-deserved hug from his head coach. And we talk about the stars have to play like stars, and he absolutely played like one in this ball game. 2 walks, 8 punch-outs, just the 1 hit. And he put it on full display for us in this ball game. We take a look at the strikeout package here. Just gas for most of the ball game. Just 1 breaking ball. And the fastball effectively wild at times. And we saw him hit every quadrant of the strike zone. And for the most part, even though Missouri did a pretty good job early of putting the ball in play, Phillips found his groove after a little bit shaky in the middle and just dominated Webb City throughout this ball game.
You talked about His dad, Steve, who's a former AAA hitting coach and played in the Yankees system. Now, he's had a lot of experience in this game and knows how hard it is to, compete at a high level. He has to be very proud of his son today.
Yeah, he has to be. And you can tell he's raised him to be a well-mannered, respectful young man. Got a chance to spend some time with him today as he goes over and shakes Mike Miller's hand. And great body language, and you can tell he's encouraging his teammates, brings a lot of energy and a ton of talent.
All right, so Jack Riddell is on the mound trying to close this one out. He needs to get 2 outs. 6-0 South Dakota. That's just 2 outs away from a first trip for Sioux Falls to the Little League World Series. Ball and a strike to Max Stover. The 1-2. Got it.
Awfully nice breaking ball right there by Mr. Riddell. And now South Dakota and their fans to their feet as they are just 1 out away from Williamsport. A good breaking ball. Maybe a knuckleball. I don't know, some sort of off-speed pitch right there.
It might have been a knuckle.
Retires Stovern. And here we are, South Dakota, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, on the verge of their first ever trip to Williamsport.
Evan Freeman at the plate. And now 1 strike away.
First year of their existence, now just 1 strike away. Hard to believe, year 1.
A lot of credit to the folks that got that charter, got that league up and running. Travis Eastman was the point man, but so many people had involvement. Full count. Here by Freeman to fill it out. Missouri tries to cling to hope here. Hit toward right, and that's going to loop in for a base hit. Evan Freeman keeps Missouri alive with 2 outs here in the 6th.
Nice job. All you can do is try to get the next man up. That's got to be the mentality in this kind of setting. Get the next man up. Try to get the tying run to the plate.
And now Riddell will have to deal with Kyler Perry. 0 for 1 with a walk. Wind picking up again. Jack Riddell has been the top reliever for Sioux Falls throughout this run. Trying to get that all-important last out. Strike 1 to Perry.
That last out can be so difficult, especially with a championship on the line. And you know Riddell knows exactly what's at stake right now as he pumps in strike 1 right there to Perry.
And again, Webb City down to its last strike.
He wasn't able to put away Freeman. Does he have one left for Perry?
Ground ball. Look out, Williamsport. Here come the kids from Sioux Falls.
What a story. Year one of the Sioux Falls Little League, and they are headed to the Little League World Series. What a story and what a performance by Marcus Phillips as he leads this club with an outstanding effort on the mound in South Dakota with an excellent performance winning this one 6-0.
So Sioux Falls has punched a ticket to Williamsport, the third team from the U.S. to claim a spot in the Little League World Series. Connecticut and Maine will go at it at 1 Eastern. Some other great games coming your way later today here on ESPN. A 6-0 victory for Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Marcus Phillips, the star for Sioux Falls, gave up just one hit on the mound. We're going to talk to him when we come back. Congratulations to Sioux Falls. What a scene. The kids from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, celebrating their 6-0 win over Missouri in the Midwest Regional Championship game here in Westfield, Indiana today. Jeff Riley getting the bucket of water. First year in existence for the Sioux Falls Little League, and they're going all the way to Williamsport, thanks in large part to a terrific performance from their starting pitcher, Marcus Phillips, who's down on the field with our buddy Chris Burke.
Thanks, Clay. I'm here with the star of the game today, Marcus Phillips. Marcus, we talked about it before the game, man. Now it's a reality. You guys are Williamsport. How's that feel?
Feels so good knowing that we're leaving for Williamsport tomorrow morning.
Year one. Could you imagine 12 months ago, even 8 months ago, could you imagine you guys would be headed to Williamsport, represent South Dakota in the Little League World Series?
I've always dreamed of it, but now it's a dream come true, so it's amazing.
And now you were a star on the mound today. Got a little sideways on you in the middle there. How were you able to recover and pitch so well to finish out that ball game?
Well, whenever I'm not consistent, I step off the mound, take a couple of deep breaths, and then go back to doing work.
All right, man. Congratulations. Awesome job today. Back to you, Clay.
Thanks, guys. Congratulations to Marcus and the gang. The dream season continues. Next stop, Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Up next, more Little League World Series coverage from the New England Regional Championship. But for now, we're going to send you back to the studio, and John Brickley has handshakes all around for the kids from Sioux Falls.